Welcome to the highlights of day 2 of the first tests between Sri Lanka and Australia at Galle International Stadium. It was a pitch that on day 1 had plenty of runs in it for the visiting Australians, with Steve Smith and Usman Khawaja both advancing to impressive and unbeaten centuries. So they were resuming together at 2 for 330. Khawaja, his 16th test ton, 147 not out. And Steve Smith, after passing 10,000 test runs, reached 104 not out by the close. As for Sri Lanka, after 7 overs of seam, it was all spin. A lot of time out in the middle, especially for Prabhav Jayasuriya, 33 overs. Wickets for him and Van der Sar. And let's go to the highlights.
Nishan Piris. He'll have to complete the over he started yesterday before the rains came down and play was stopped probably 40 minutes early. Still waiting for that 1 run to take him to 150. There it is, the 6th time he crosses the 150 mark. 3rd time in Asia, Usman Khawaja raises the bat.
The last over was a 6 deliveries of testing times. First ball of the new over, gets the paddle sweep out. Brilliant knock.
Slog sweep, no one there. But it goes all around the ground. That's the first boundary of the morning. Apesh over the fielder. He gets it away for 4, but that was very, very close. 350 on the board. Lovely shot. Adjusts his body in his own style, the Steve Smith way, and gets it onto the offside. That should be 4. That deserved to be put away.
That's a nice shot. That's forced off the back foot. Should run away to the boundary. There was pace on, pushed through a little bit, width on offer, and Khawaja needs no second invitation. Really good use of the feet. What about that shot? I like that sound.
He's having a lot of fun out there. He's come off some aggressive batting in the BBL after the Test series against India. He's carried that on here, just fetching that from well outside off stump. See a nice cut shot there from Steve Smith. The placement and timing was absolutely precise.
Oh, ball name on the LPW. I think that's close. Thought it to sneak through the pads and hit the stumps. But I'll be surprised if Dhananjay Silla do not go upstairs. That looked really close, and I think he has gone upstairs.
Pitching in line, the impact is in line, and wickets hitting. Adrian, you'll have to reverse your decision of outstand by green signal now.
Nevertheless, a brilliant knock by the stand-in keeper. Scored 141 of 251. Australia 401 for 3. Josh Inglis into the crease as his first class career to age 29. Highest of 153 not out. Off the mark of the first ball by the debutant, Josh Inglis. Asita Fernando gives chase. And did he do well, or did he touch it? I think it trickled past the boundary. Comes down the track, mid-on in the circle, and a good hit by Josh Inglis, being busy and attacking Prabhav Jayasuriya straight away. Shot against the turn, mid-on, both trying to save the single in the middle of the bat and goes to a boundary.
That's a beautiful shot from Khawaja. Dancing out, getting to the pitch, trusting his swing right at the middle of the bat as well. That placement and timing from Inglis, like the first ball that he faced in Test cricket. Brings up the 50 stand as well. Yes, and he does sneak it through. Usman Khawaja, 200 not out. A crowning glory for his long and winding journey through Test cricket in the subcontinent. It's Khawaja, the oldest player in the team, who easily could have found himself out of the side with another loss then and there, but instead hung on, stuck fat, half century at Melbourne, important contribution in the chase at Sydney, earns his chance at goal in the last ball before lunch. Almost certainly. Inglis goes back to defend. Bails are knocked off, which means it will be lunch. A session where Australia advanced from 2 for 330 to 3 for 475. .204 to his name, an unbeaten 204 from 298. He's been just quite magnificent from the moment he walked out yesterday morning. He's batted throughout 4 sessions, 16 fours and a 6. As for Sri Lanka, Asitha Fernando, 7 overs of seam yesterday, the rest all spin. Prabath Jayasuriya has bowled 49 overs from the Galle Fort end.
Now Sri Lanka deciding to start with Fernando after the lunch break. Similar field that they employed late yesterday.
With on offer with the angle, so first runs after lunch. Yep, there it is. Half century on debut for the 29-year-old Josh Inglis. 10th Australian to do so here. It's Martin. All right, his dad. It's got that fine. 4. Got inside it and swiveled nicely, Inglis. Yep, that's 500. Eased on to the leg side. Australia rolling along very, very nicely. Big appeal given. That looks straight. So he reviews it straight away. Maybe he thinks or he feels that he's hit it.
Yeah, freeze there. Yeah, I have a spike. The ball is on the bat. Satisfied that there's bat involved. Adrian will have to reverse the decision. Stand by. The on-screen signal.
He didn't waste time. He didn't waste time in going up because he knew there was a small nick on the way through, Inglis. Four more. He's got on the back foot all the time in the world.
Just clearing the bowler and motoring into the 70s, Josh Inglis. Huge. Inglis getting to the pitch and just muscling it over wide long on.
The ability, the talent that he possesses comes into play with the bottom hand, generates a great deal of power.
Half tracker to finish, we know where that's going as well. Inglis does not miss out, up to 87.
Oh, beaten. Was it outside edge? Kusal Mendes is not too keen. And given, finally, Khawaja has been dismissed with a fast delivery just outside the yaw stump, trying to feel through the slips. And Kusal Mendes takes a good catch. What a knock by Khawaja. A marathon knock comes to an end.
Bit of a juggle for Kusal Mendes. But he manages. He looked to open the face of the bat. It's that quicker one. He was looking to bowl it slower, bowling with energy. That time a bit quicker, but what an innings from this man, Usman Khawaja. 232, 18 fours and 1 6. And well, he deserves this applaud. Alex Carey's record, 950s, 100. There he goes. He has certainly brought the broom with him. Gets off the mark.
Yeah, so much dirt around the pitch. Why not? That's a good shot. In the gap, bisecting that gap between extra cover and the deep sweeper cover. Beautiful shot off the back foot.
Forcing shot on the back foot, and that is going to be his 100. Josh Inglis. What a memorable innings it has been. He'll come for 3. And it's a 21st Australian to do that. And the 3rd Australian in Asia.
Use the depth of the crease to get 2 extra cover to score 3 runs. And there go the mum and dad. Proud parents. Punch in the air to go with it. Wonderful.
Oh, pitch taken. Jayasuriya strikes. That is very clever bowling.
Full marks to Dhananjay De Silva to keep him mid-wicket open and inviting Josh Inglis to play through mid-wicket with that cross-batted shot. And finally, a plan comes together for Sri Lanka, and Prema Jayasuriya is a relieved man. Not before a brilliant 100 on debut. Take a bow, Josh Inglis, gone for 102. 570 for 5 Australia.
"13 minutes to tea." Milking their way, getting closer to 600 at this stage. .600 for Australia. Beautifully constructed innings, you got to say. Travis Head, impact at the top of the order. Then Khawaja, Smith, Josh Inglis on debut. Hundreds. Last ball before tea then. The score stays at 600 for 5. Another session that Australia have dominated. They've lost 2 wickets, but they really wouldn't mind.
And there it is. Kieran Webster not out at tea, but Khawaja and Inglis stand out from today. Wonderful knock. Sri Lankans, well, they've toiled hard. Jayasuriya's fought hard. He's got 3 wickets. Van der Sate picked up a couple. Big wicket of Steve Smith earlier today.
Van der Sate getting turned from almost in line with the stumps. Oh, brilliant. That is brilliantly done. Timing is perfect. They get a boundary. Now that is after 100 balls that they get the boundary, Australia. Using that long reach. Might go for 4, it does. What timing that time by Webster.
Taken. Oh, up and down. Has completed it. Ended up dragging in a beauty. Yep, just off the turf, and Van der Sate gets another.
He departs for 23 now. Sri Lanka get their 6th.
Jayasuriya, the sweeper, went the wrong way. Gives a sense of just how hard he hit the ball. Stark gives it everything.
True left-hander shot that straight over wide, mid-on.
And again, Stark just sizing it up. Playing through the offside. Reaches the sweeper on the bounce. Stark keeps the strike, or indeed, is this going to be the declaration? Yes, Stark. He's galloping off the ground. That man, Josh Inglis, was one of 3 Australians to reach 3 figures. Usman Khawaja, 232, the first time he's made a double ton at test level.
Yeah, the Sri Lankans toiled hard, but not a lot of reward there apart from the 3 wickets each to Jayasuriya and Van der Say. 60 overs of hard work for Jayasuriya.
Dosan Fernando making a comeback in place of Pathum Nissanka. Here's his chance to nail down that position. He's playing his 99th test match. He will have his work cut out. Give up the captaincy and playing as a pure batter. Very good numbers again. 16 centuries, average of almost 40.
Australia, just 24 overs remaining in the day. We're not going to get all of that.
Or swing straight away. That will encourage Stark.
Runs, played it late. That's flying to the boundary. First boundary for Sri Lanka. To adjust. Heights in question. Yes, given. Given. No doubt about the line. He's reviewed that, Oshida Fernando.
Ball is pitching in line, the impact is in line. Wickets hitting. Adrian, stay with your original decision. Out, stand by. On screen, signal now.
A good decision by Adrian Holstock. This is the last thing Sri Lanka needed. Losing a wicket early on. Also the Fernando gone for 7. Sri Lanka 7 for 1. Also the Fernando missed a golden opportunity. Making a name. Dinesh Chandimal batting at number 3, been pushed in the order. Brilliant numbers, playing his 87th game, average almost 44, 1600s. And Dinesh Chandimal is off the mark with a single.
Oh, this time, is it? Yes, second. Good catch. Very well caught in the gully. That was the bounce, close to the body. Forced him to steer it. Very, very good catch. Great recovery.
And Karunaratne departs for 7. Sri Lanka now 15 for 2.
1600s and 44 50s. 117 games over 8,000 runs. They couldn't have asked for anyone better. Off the mark. Chandimal, loved the sound. That was 4. Brilliant timing. Gets this with that pace, he gets a bit of bounce, and that's gone for 4, but certainly there was a bit of bounce and turn for him. Chandimal, oh man, goes hard, really hard. They'll come back for 2.
Sweeney was desperate to try and reel that one in, but it was just high enough and it was quick enough that it burst through his hands. Would have been a great catch if he'd pulled that one off.
Catch it.
Oh, very nearly. I think it hit the stumps, but the bails never came off. Take a look again. White just bounces out and hits the stump. Look at the reaction. Look at Angelo. Gary doesn't believe it.
Catch it, catch it.
Well, he's been given. Angelo Matthews is walking, but oh, is he going to have a chat? Oh, he's walking.
This is a magnificent catch from Travis Head. Full stretch. Really came out quickly. Angelo Matthews departs for 7. And Sri Lanka now are reeling at 30 for 3.
Kamidu Mendes, he carries very impressive numbers behind his name. 500s and 450s.
I was excited to get on the plane to watch this young man bat, because they are some serious numbers against some.
Yeah, no fielder at deep mid-wicket, and clears the distance easily.
Good use of the feet. Hasn't timed it too well, but the intent very good.
Shot. Could be a boundary to end the 13th over. A light drizzle has entered the golf stadium, and I think the umpires are quite happy that the drizzle has got heavier and get the groundsman in to bring the covers. Quite sensible. The last minute or two got heavier, and these gentlemen, the unsung heroes in the stadium, get the job done in no time. Not before. Australia has dominated the first 2 days, scoring 654 for 6. And in reply, Sri Lanka tottering at 44 for 3 in 15 overs. And the match summary: Australia winning the toss, batting first, 654 for 6 declared. 3 centurions, Khawaja, Smith, Inglis and Travis Head got a half century. Vanderse and Jayasuriya picked up 3 wickets each. In reply, Sri Lanka 44 for 3, with Kamindu and Chandimal remain unbeaten on 13 and 9, and Lyon, Stark and Kuruman picked up a wicket each.